The number of beds will increase to 100 and it will be supplied with modern equipment. Free medical treatment will be available during November and December. In time for his birthday, a new Dhamma hall will be built for the Ho Luai Vihara, the monastery of his home village, as well as a community hall on the land donated by his family. Venerable Dhammasami loves trees, and for his birthday, more than 5,000 trees will be planted in Laika. He tells us that first we need to grow trees in our hearts before we can grow them on the land. In this way we can develop a powerful impetus to love and preserve our environment. In Tongi, the Pali conference is yet another way of expressing gratitude towards him. He was the one who revived Pali as an international medium for Theravada Buddhist scholars in 2009. Pali scholars from 9 countries will be coming to celebrate his birthday with their research papers. Likewise, a conference on Shan Buddhist manuscripts will be taking place, and
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. We have been reading on anatta. The first day, we read Karen Armstrong's. On the second day, yesterday, we read Peter Harvey's. And today we are going to read Wabura Rahula's. The reason that I arranged this lecture series in this way is to help you to improve your study skill. This is the most important thing. If you have got study skill, you can study anything with ease and with good comprehension developed within a short span of time. So it's important that we develop enough study skill. From day one, we have been reading together, paragraph by paragraph, sentence by sentence. And if you read this, you're going to see a big picture of what the author is trying to tell you. Once you got a big picture, then you can go into details. So here we can say 2 kinds of looking at, looking at the material. There are 2 ways that we have to develop, 2 perspectives we have to develop when we look at certain material. By reading the same material, the first one, we have to get a big picture. I call this bird's eye view. A bird's eye view. When a bird, fly in the sky and surveys the area, The bird can see where is the mountain, where is the lake, where is the road, and where are the settlements, the people's houses. So the bird has that overview, a broad view. That's the first one we need to have. But the bird doesn't have detail, doesn't know the detail. It doesn't know how many houses, and which direction the houses are facing. The bird doesn't have that. The entrance, the windows, the bird wouldn't see them, but the bird would see a big picture. From a big picture, now you go into you go into detail. The worm's eyes view. A worm, cannot see very far. But what it can see around that, it can see everything within a certain radiance. Some people, when they read Life of the Buddha, which we are going to work on today, they read every sentence straight away. That means they start with a worm's eyes view. But you can't remember. You can't remember all the information. In psychology, we have long-term memory and short-term memory. Short-term memory, it lasts only half a minute, maybe a minute. Then new information keeps coming in, pushing out the earlier information. So you cannot retain much. That's the nature of short-term memory. The long-term memory is that something that you visit again and again. You visit and revisit again and again. That goes into your long-term memory. And it stays in your long-term memory for a long time. And the short-term memory has a small capacity, but the long-term memory has endless capacity. So when I say that we have to read 5 times, we are not reading everything. First, we're trying to see the structure of this book, what the Buddha taught. What the Buddha taught, this is the title of the book. For somebody who is learned enough, just by looking at what the Buddha taught, the name of the book, that person knows what is inside without reading it. But for somebody who is not as learned, he may need to read the chapters, the title of the chapters. And here we have 8 chapters. You have main, the titles of the main titles of the chapters, and then you also have subheadings. The subheading, they are not in the text. Unlike other books, they are not in the text, the subheading. They are provided only in the contents. So we have 8 chapters. If you're going to read efficiently, say if you have just 5 minutes, you're not going to be to read everything. And if you read, you're not going to remember everything, all the subheading. You're not going to remember. So what you have to do is, you have to read just the main title of the chapters, meaning 8. 8 titles. The first one, the Buddhist attitude of mind. The second one, the first noble truth, dukkha. The third one, the second noble truth, samudaya, the arising of dukkha. The fifth, the third noble truth, nirodha, cessation of dukkha. The fourth noble truth, magga, the path. The sixth, the doctrine of no soul, anatta. Number 7, meditation of mental culture, bhavana. The last one, what the Buddha taught and the world today. Of course, you have, as appendices, you have some selected translations. So if you're going to look at the structure of this book, the title is called What the Buddha Taught. And that title is explained in 8 phrases with the main titles. If you ask the author, what is that the Buddha has taught, then he's going to say the Buddha taught about the mind. And then he is going to talk about 4 noble truths. Then, anatta, meditation. 4 topics. 4 topics. Some people, they write about the 4 noble truths straight away. But this author, Wabura Rahula, Professor Rahula, he began with Buddhist understanding of the mind. That's to give you a big picture. And then he gives you the 4 noble truths. After the 4 noble truths, he talks about anatta. This is the way he builds up your understanding. Okay? This is the way his thinking process was. So by reading this way, we can understand, we can see how he was thinking when he was writing this book. So we have already read two rounds. Okay, the first one we just read the title of the book. The second one we have read the title of the book and also the main titles of the chapters. And for this book, now if you want to know Buddhist attitudes of, Buddhist attitude of the mind, then the author, Professor Rahula, he gives you how many points, how many ideas. Number 1 is man is supreme. Number 2, 1 is one's refuge. Number 3, responsibility. Number 3, and then doubt, and then freedom of thought, tolerance. These are the points. Okay, he discusses in order to explain Buddhist attitudes of mind. Buddhist attitude of mind. Is Buddhism religion or philosophy? Truth has no label, no blind faith or belief, but seeing and understanding. No attachment even to truth. Parable of the raft. Imaginary speculations useless. Practical attitude. Parable of the wounded man. Each of these points, okay, can become a a book in itself. But this is the way he builds up his case in order to argue about Buddhist attitude of mind. DPhil ဒီ3ရက်အတွင်းဆွေးနွေးတာအနတ္တကိုအခြေခံပြီးတော့ဆွေးနွေးတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့DPhilဒီ3ရက်အတွင်းမှာပြောပြခြင်းတဲ့သင်ပြခြင်းတဲ့အဓိကအချက်ကအနတ္တအကြောင်းမဟုတ်သေးဘူးအနတ္တကို focus လုပ်ပြီးတော့ရှင်ဘုရားတို့ကို study skills စာဖတ်တတ်ရေးတတ်အောင်ဒါလေးသင်ပေးခြင်းစာဖတ်တဲ့အခါမှာရှင်များတို့သူများရဲ့စာကိုဖတ်တဲ့အခါကိုကမှန်ကန်သူဆိုလိုတဲ့အတိုင်းအချင်းမချုပ်တတ်ဘူးဆိုရင်ကိုမရေးနိုင်ဘူးဒီ reading skill နဲ့ writing skill ဒီနှစ်ခုခွဲလို့မရဘူးသူများရေးထားတဲ့ဟာကိုဖတ်တာကိုဘယ်လောက်ထိနားလဲတော့ရာခိုင်နှုန်း20လား50လား90လားရာနှုန်းပြီလားအဲ့ပေါ်မှာမူတည်ပြီးတော့ကိုရေးတဲ့အခါမှာကိုအရေးသားထွက်လာတာဒါကြောင့်စာဖတ်တဲ့နေရာမှာဟိုသတင်းစာဖတ်တာနဲ့ဒီလို academic စာအုပ်တွေဖတ်တာနဲ့တော့မတူသတင်းစာဖတ်တာတော့အကြောင်းအရာလေးကြည့်လိုက်တယ်ပြီးရင်နောက်ဟိုတခြားအကြောင်းအရာဖတ်ထားတယ်ဘာမှမှတ်ထားစရာမလိုတကယ်လို့ဒီချိန်မှာဒီအကြောင်းအရာနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့ပြောဖို့တွေးဖို့လိုလာဆိုရင်ဒီ memory ကသူ့စီအလိုရောက်သွားတယ်အတိကDPhilအတိကျမှတ်ထားအောင်မလို့တကယ်လို့စာရေးမယ်ဆိုတဲ့အခါကျမှသတင်းစာတော့ဘာအချက်လက်လေးတွေကိုကအတိကျသိမ်းထားလေမှတ်ထားတာသတင်းစာလေးတွေကောက်သိမ်းထားတာတို့ဘာလို့ဒီလိုစာကြတော့အဲ့ဒီလိုပေါ့ဖတ်လို့မရဘူးအင်္ဂလိပ်လူမျိုးတွေဖတ်တာတော့အင်္ဂလိပ်လူမျိုးကအင်္ဂလိပ်စာဖတ်တယ်9ချိန်ဖတ်တယ်တိုက်သူ9ချိန်ဖတ်တယ်also တိုက်သူမှာဘာမောက်ခိုက်တဲ့သူတို့ရဲ့ကျောင်းသားတွေကိုဟိုအရေးကြီးတဲ့ article တွေပါဖတ်ခိုင်းဆို9ချိန်ဖတ်ပါ9ချိန်ဖတ်တာသူဖတ်ပုံဖတ်နည်းရှိအောင်အစားနဲ့အဆုံးဖတ်ရမယ်ဆိုရင်ရှင်ပြတော့9ချိန်ဖတ်လဲဒီတိုင်းပဲဟိုခေါင်းတွေပူထူသွားမယ်မှတ်ရတာမမှတ်နိုင်ဒါကြောင့်စာဖတ်ပုံဖတ်နည်းကဟိုငှက်အမြင်မျိုးရအောင်ပထမဆုံးဖတ်တယ်မြင်ကွင်းကျယ်မြင်အောင်နောက်ပြီးတော့ဟိုworms ကဘာလို့တီကောင်ရဲ့အမြင်မရောငှက်အမြင်ကသူကအပေါ်စီကနေပြီးတော့ကြည့်ဘယ်နေရာမှာတောင်ရှိတယ်ဘယ်နေရာမှာမြစ်ရှိတယ်ဘယ်နေရာမှာလမ်းရှိတယ်ဘယ်နေရာမှာရေကန်ရှိတယ်လူနေအိမ်ရှိတယ်အဲ့ဒါသူကမြင်အောင်ပထမဆုံးကြည့်လိုက်တယ်အဲ့လိုကြည့်ပြီးမှငှက်ကသူထိုးဆင်းမဲ့နေရာသူထိုးဆင်းပထမဆုံးအဲ့ဒီမြင်ကွင်းကျယ်သူမြင်အောင်အဲ့တော့DPhilလည်းမြင်ကွင်းကျယ်စာဖတ်ရင်မြင်ကွင်းကျယ်မြင်အောင်အရင်ဆုံးဖတ်ဒါ study skill ခေါ်တယ်ဒီ study skill မရှိဘူးဆိုရင်ရှင်ပြတို့အခုခေတ်မှာဖတ်မဲ့စာလည်းများဘုဒ္ဓရလည်းများနောက်တချို့ကစာဖတ်ခြင်းကတစ်ဝက် Facebook ကတစ်ဝက်အဲ့လိုနဲ့ဆို study skill မရှိရင်ရှင်ပြတို့စာများမဖတ်နိုင်အဲ့ဒီလိုမြင်အောင်ကြည့်ပြီးတော့ဒီကောင်ရဲ့အမြင်မျိုးရအောင်ဆိုဒီကောင်ကတော့သူကဝေးမမြင်ဘူးသူအနာပတ်ဝန်းကျင်လာပဲသူမြင်တယ်ဒါပေမဲ့သူမြင်တဲ့ဟာသူကကြက်နမြင်တယ်အထီးတွေ့ရာနှုန်းပြည့်ရှိတယ် what the Buddha taught ko phat de so yin parama song sa hok khang si da be phat what the Buddha taught မြတ်စွာဘုရားသင်ကြားထားတဲ့ဟာဓမ္မကိုပြောတာ what the Buddha taught တပည့်တော်တို့ဝိနည်းသုတ်ထံပြီးဒီမှာဒီလိုစကားတွေအသုံးပြပြီးတော့ဆိုကြတာဒါကပြင်သစ်နိုင်ငံမှာရေးတဲ့စာအုပ်ပထမဆုံး French ဘာသာနဲ့ရေးတဲ့စာအုပ်ဆိုတော့သူတို့နားလည် what the Buddha taught ဒီကောင်းစည်းလေးနဲ့မြတ်စွာဘုရားဘာတွေသင်ထားခဲ့တော့မြတ်စွာဘုရားသင်ထားခဲ့တဲ့ဒီကောင်းစည်းလေးဒါဖြင့်ဒီထဲမှာမြတ်စွာဘုရား45ဝါပတ်လုံးဟောထားတဲ့ဟာအကျဉ်းချုံးပြီးတော့တင်ပြရမယ်ဆိုတော့ဒီပြည့်တို့သိနေကောင်းစီစာအုပ်ကောင်းစီလောက်ပဲဖတ်ထားမယ်ဗုဒ္ဓရဲ့ဒေသနာတော်ကိုတင်ပြတဲ့နေရာမှာကိုနီးကိုဟန်နဲ့တင်ပြကြတယ်အဲ့တော့ဘာများတင်ပြတော့ဒါကိုနားလည်အောင်ဆိုရင်သူ့ရဲ့အထက်ကထာကိုကြည့်ရမှာဒီပြည့်တို့စကားနဲ့ပြောရင်တော့သူဖွင့်တဲ့ဟာကြည့်ရဒီစာအုပ်ကောင်းစီကိုဖွင့်တာဘာနဲ့ဖွင့်တော့ဆိုတော့chapter ကောင်းစီနဲ့ဖွင့်တယ်ဒါကြောင့် chapter ဒီစာအုပ်ထဲမှာ chapter 8ခုရှိအဲ့ chapter 8ခုရဲ့အဓိကခေါင်းစဉ်ဒီခေါင်းစဉ်8ခုကိုပြန်ဖတ်ပြီးတော့ what the Buddha taught ဆိုတဲ့သူရဲ့ဒီစာအုပ်ခေါင်းစဉ်စီပြန်တွေးတပြီးတော့ပြီးခဲ့တဲ့နေ့ရက်ကပြောခဲ့တယ်အဲ့ဒါလေးမမေ့နဲ့ readers are many thinkers are few စာဖတ်တဲ့လူကများတယ်စာတွေးတဲ့လူကရှားတယ်များရှားကရှားတယ်တစ်ဖက်ကလည်းများတယ်တစ်ဖက်ကလည်းရှားတယ်စိန်တမယညာတုဒ္ဓမယဖတ်လိုက်တယ်ဆိုရင် information ရပြီအဲ့ဒါတုဒ္ဓမယညာတွေးလိုက်တဲ့ခါကျတော့စိန်တမယညာကဲ what the Buddha taught ဘာပြောတာတော့တပည့်တော်တို့ခေါင်းစဉ်8ခုသွားကြည့်မယ်နံပါတ်1က the Buddhist attitude of mind စိတ်နဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့ဗုဒ္ဓဘာသာရဲ့အမြင်စိတ်ကအရေးကြီးတယ်ဆိုတာဒါတခြားဘာသာနဲ့နိုင်ရှင်ကြည့်ရင်ပိုသိတာပေါ့တခြားဘာသာစကြရကိုကဘုရားသခင်ကလောကကြီးကိုဖန်တီးပေးထားတယ်စัจ java လာကြီးကိုဖန်တီးပေးထားတယ်ဒီလိုပြောတာအဲ့တော့ဖန်ဆင်းမှု creation ကသူတို့ရဲ့ယုံကြည်မှုသူတို့ရဲ့အတွေးမြင်ထဲမှာ center ကြတယ် central ကြတယ်တပည့်တို့ကအဲ့ဒီလိုမဟုတ်ဘူးစကြရကမနောပုပ္ပင်္ဂမဓမ္မမနောတ္ထမနောမြစိတ်နဲ့စိတ်အကြောင်းThe Buddhist attitude of mind. Number 2 got the first noble truth. Number 3 the second noble truth. Number 4 the third noble truth. Number 5 the fourth noble truth. အဲ့ဒီစိတ်အကြောင်းဗုဒ္ဓဘာသာမြတ်စွာဘုရားဟောထားတဲ့စိတ်အကြောင်းစိတ်နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့အယူဆသဘောထားတွေအဲ့ဒါတွေပြောပြီးရင်သစ္စာ၄ပါးတခန္ဓာတခန္ဓာစီရှင်းပြသွားတယ် chapter 6ကျမှာ the doctrine of no soul အနတ္တဒီမှာအနတ္တအကြောင်းပြော number 9ကျတော့ meditation number 10ကျတော့ what the Buddha taught and the world today အဲ့ဒါကတော့အခုလက်ရှိup to date ကိုပြောတာပေါ့ရှေ့ဆုံးchapter 9ခုကတော့မြတ်စွာဘုရားဟောထားတဲ့ဟာတွေကိုသူအကျဉ်းချုံးပြတယ်နောက်ဆုံး chapter ကျတော့အခုလက်ရှိအနေထားသူ up to date ပြောပြတယ်ဒါဖြင့် what the Buddha taught ကဘာအဓိကပြောတာတော့ဆိုသစ္စာ၄ပါးနဲ့အနတ္တအကြောင်းသစ္စာ၄ပါးထဲမှာဒုက္ခကိုရှင်းပြတယ်အနတ္တကိုတည်တံ့ရှင်းပြတယ်ဒီထဲမှာဘာပြောက်နေတော့အနိစ္စပြောက်ဒါသူ့ရဲ့ presentation အနိစ္စမပြောလားဆိုပြောတယ် ပြောတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ဟိုနေ chapter တစ်ခုအနေနဲ့မရေးတဲ့ခါကျတော့အသားပေးတဲ့နေရာမှာသူကဒုက္ခနဲ့အနတ္တကိုအသားပေးတယ်ပြီးတော့ရေးတာဒါလေးတပည့်တော်တို့စာအုပ်ရဲ့ခေါင်းစည်းနဲ့ chapter ခေါင်းစည်းတလောက်ပဲကြည့်သေးတယ်ရှင်ဘုရားတို့တပည့်တော်တို့ဓမ္မစရာတွေအောင်ထားတလောက်စံတပည့်တော်တို့အသိဒါရည်သိဒါဒုတိယအကျင့်ဖတ်ပြီးပြီအလွန်ဆုံးမှ9မိနစ်ပဲအချိန်ကုန်တယ်9မိနစ်တော့ခေါ်မှကုန်တယ်2မိနစ်3မိနစ်ပဲကုန်ဒါ study skill ခေါ်တယ် study skill ဒီ discipline ဒီစီကံအတိုင်းလိုက်တယ်ဆိုရင်ရှင်များတို့မြန်ကောင်းသက်တာဒီလိုဘဂုဒါနမနိုင်မနိုင်ထားတယ်လေးနိချမ်းပြုဆရာတော်ဘုရားကြီးမိန်တယ်လို့ဒီလိုစာချိုင်းမင်းတို့မြန်ကောင်းသက်တာနေအဲ့ဒါရှာပါမြန်လဲမြန်မယ်ကောင်းလဲကောင်းမယ် quality ရသက်တာလည်းလူလည်းသက်တာမယ်ဆရာရောတစ်ဖက်ရောသက်တာ study skill ကိုတပည့်တော်တို့ဒီဘုရားတနေ့တပည့်ပြောတာဌာနကောသံလဉာဏ်ဆိုတာဒါ study skill ကိုပြောတာနောက်ဓမ္မစရိယတန်းထဲမှာသုံးနေတဲ့စာစစ်တို့နီးတွေတောင်းနာတွေကျန်းတဲ့ကျန်းထွက်တွေဒါတွေအားလုံးစတုတ်ကားတွေဒါတွေအားလုံးသူ study skill တွေကြီးပဲအဲ့ဒီလိုမျိုးနဲ့ကြီးတဲ့ခါကျမှတပည့်တော်ရဲ့စာသင်နည်းကဘလောက်ထိ rich ဖြစ်တော့ဆိုဘလောက်ထိသူကစာပေရကျွယ်ဝတော့ဆိုရှင်များစာမွေးပဲအောင်ဖို့တခုတည်းမလုံးငယ်လက်ကြီးတော့စာပဲအောင်ဖို့တခုပဲလောက်ခဲ့တယ်နောက်ဟိုတီကူဘုရားတက်ကူရောက်လဲပြီးစာပဲအောင်တခုပဲရောက်တယ်ဆိုတော့ရှင်များတို့ဘဝတခုလုံးစာပွဲနဲ့ပဲနှစ်ပန်းလုံးစာပွဲကိုကြော်ပြီးတော့စာဖတ်ဒါနှစ်ကြိမ်ဖတ်ပြီး2မိနစ်3မိနစ်ပဲအချိန်ယူရသေးတယ်အခု the Buddhist attitude of mind first chapter မှာအဲ့ဒါဘာဆိုလိုတာတော့ဒါလေးသိချင်တယ်ဆိုရင်စာရေးဆရာကကောင်းစီအသေးလေးတွေပေးထားတယ်အဲ့ကောင်းစီတစ်ခုအဲ့ဒါဟိုသူရှင်းပြတဲ့သူ explanation တစ်ခုပဲ Buddhist attitude of mind က number 1 man is supreme စိတ်ကို train လုပ်တယ်ဆိုရင် man is supreme နတ်ပြမာတွေဘာတွေအာကိုးစရာမလို one is one's refuge ကိုယ့်အကိုပြန်ပြီးတော့အာကိုးနိုင်တယ်စိတ်ကို train လုပ်တယ်ဆိုရင် responsibility responsibility ကိုယ့်အကိုတောင်းယူတယ်သီလသမာဓိပညာဆိုတာကိုယ့်အကိုတောင်းယူတယ်သီလဆိုကိုယ့်အကို action ကိုတောင်းယူတယ်နော်အဲ့လိုတောင်းယူနိုင်ဖို့အတွက်မိမိရဲ့စိတ်ကိုကိုယ်ကပြန်ပြီးတော့တောင်းယူနိုင်တဲ့ဟာထိမ့်သိမ့်နိုင်တဲ့ဟာသမာဓိပညာ responsibility doubt freedom of thought tolerance အဲ့ဒီလိုကောင်းစီအသေးလေးတွေဖတ်ကြည့်လိုက်တယ်ဆိုရင်ဖတ်ကြည့်ပြီးတော့ဘာပြန်တွေးမယ် Buddhist attitude of mind ဒီကောင်းစီလေးတွေဟာ Buddhist attitude of mind ကိုပြန်ရှင်းပြတယ် Buddhist attitude of mind ကတန်ဝနေတ္တပအဲ့ဒီအသေးလေးတွေကတန်ဝနနာ now second chapter မှာလည်းဒီတိုင်းပဲ the first noble truth dukkha ဒုက္ခနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့ရေးထားတယ်အဲ့ဟာကခေါင်းစည်းကြီးဒီဒုက္ခနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့စာရေးဆရာဘာရေးတာလဲ Buddhism neither pessimistic nor optimistic but realistic ဒုက္ခအကြောင်းပြောတော့တချို့လူတွေ pessimistic ဒီလိုထင်နေတဲ့ဒီနေရာမှာ realistic ဖြစ်တဲ့အကြောင်းပြန်ရှင်းပြထားတယ် meaning of dukkha 3 aspects of experience 3 aspects of dukkha what is a being 5 aggregates no spirit opposed to matter flux thinker, and thought. Has life a beginning? ဒီထဲမှာဘာပြဿနာတွေဆွေးနွေးထားတော့ရှင်များတို့စာဖတ်တဲ့အခါမှာဒါလေးကိုယ့်အကိုပြန်ပြီးတော့မေးဒုက္ခဘာပြောတာတော့ဒီထဲမှာပဲသူကခန္ဓာ၅ပါးကိုရှင်းပြတယ် thinker and thought အတွေးရှိတယ်ဆိုရင်ဘယ်သူကတွေးတာတော့တကယ်လို့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တ attva မရှိဘူးဆိုရင်တော့ဒီဒုက္ခဘယ်ကနေစတာတော့အဲ့ဒီဒုက္ခအစကိုလိုက်ရှာရင်ဒီလိုပဲဘာသာတရားတွေပေါ်လာကြတယ်ကဲတပည့်တော်တို့ရဲ့ chapter number 6သွားမယ်နော် chapter number 6အခုမြင်ကွင်းကျယ်ကိုမြင်ပြီ big picture မြင်ပြီဆိုတော့အခုတပည့်တော်တို့ဒီ chapter ကိုသွားမယ်ဒီ chapter ထဲမှာခါတိုင်းနေ့တွေလောက်တဲ့အတိုင်းတပည့်တော်တို့ paragraph number တွေ paragraph ဘယ်နှခုရှိတော့လိုက်ရည်ကြမယ် What in general is suggested by soul, self, ego, or to use the Sanskrit expression Atman, is that in man there is a permanent, everlasting, and absolute entity, which is the unchanging substance behind the changing phenomenal world. Diyanesare Vajaka, number 1. First paragraph. Second paragraph, Buddhism stands unique. Second, two ideas are psychologically rooted in man: self-protection and self-preservation. Number 2. Number 3. The Buddha's teaching does not support this ignorance. Number 9, the Buddha knew this quite well. Number 12, with these thoughts in his mind, the Buddha hesitated for a moment whether it would be in vain if he tried to explain to the world the truth he had just realized. Number 12. Number 13, the doctrine of anatta or no soul is the natural result of or corollary to the analysis of the 5 aggregates and the teaching of the conditioned genesis. Number 6, we have seen earlier in the discussion of the first noble truth, dukkha. Number 8. Number 9, before we go into the question of anatta proper, it's useful to have a brief idea of the conditioned genesis. Number 9. On this principle of conditionality, number 10. Now, this is how life arises, exists and continues. Number 11. It should be remembered that each of these factors is conditioned. Number 7. Number 7, the question of free will has occupied an important place in Western thought and philosophy. Sadly, according to the doctrine of conditioned genesis, in order to avoid a confusion, it should be mentioned here that there are 2 kinds of truth. The negation of an imperishable Atman is the common characteristics of all dogmatic systems. Sakonga is therefore curious that recently there should have been a vain attempt by a few scholars to smuggle the idea of self into the teaching of the Buddha. Second, sachet is better to say frankly that one believes in an Atman or soul. Second, religions which believe in God or soul make no secret of these two ideas. Number 9, people become nervous at the idea that through the Buddhist teaching of anatta, the self they imagine they have is going to be destroyed. Nasati, a bhikkhu once asked him, Nasane, yet bhikkhu, answered the Buddha. Nasado, as well the Buddha says, Sadly, those who want to find a self in Buddhism Nasanga, this position is untenable for two reasons. One of these, okay, and that's part of that one, the same. Now, number 26, the second reason is that 27 in the Dhammapada, there are 3 verses, extremely important. 28, the first say, and it goes on. The first 2 verses say, and the third verse says 29. Uh, 30, here it should be carefully observed. 31, the term sankhara denotes the 5 aggregates. 31, 32, the term Dhamma. 33, this means according to the Theravada teaching. 34, in the Alakadupama Sutta of the Majjhima Nikaya. Therefore, if there had been any soul theory, 35, this 35. 36, continuing the discourse, the Buddha said in the same sutta, this is 36. Here the Buddha explicitly states that an Atman or soul or self is nowhere to be found in reality. 37. Those who seek a self in the Buddhist teaching. 38. First of all, this translation is incorrect. 39. Next, the word Nato does not mean Lord. 40. Another example of the attempt, 41. We cannot understand. 42. The Buddha was at the time staying at a village called Belua. 43. 44. Then the Buddha, full of compassion and human feeling. 44. 45. What the Buddha wanted to convey to Ananda is quite clear. 45. 46. Further, the Buddha explained to Ananda how one could be one's own island or refuge. 46. 47. Another reference of quoted is used by those who try to find Atman in the Buddhist teaching. 47. 48. Here again is simple and natural question. Much has been written, 49. After the Brihvajaka had left, 50. Ananda, when asked by Vajrakuta, part of the same paragraph, and Ananda, when asked by the wanderer, still part of the same paragraph, is quotation. Again, Ananda, when asked by Vajrakuta, again, this is a quotation. So, the next one is, it should now be quite clear why the Buddha was silent. This is 51. The Buddha was not a computing machine giving answers to whatever question were put to him. 52. 53, according to the Buddha, there are 4 ways of 53. 54, there may be several ways of putting aside a question. 55, we must not forget too that the Buddha had known Vajrakuta quite well for a long time. 56, some people take self to mean what is generally known as mind or consciousness. 56. 57 is the vague feeling I am that creates the idea of self, which has no corresponding reality. 57. 58, these bhikkhus ask Khammai. 59, he says is like the smell of flower. That's 59. 60, Khammai further explains. 61, this discussion was so useful and enlightening to them that at the end of it, the text says all of them. 62, according to the Buddha's teaching, is it as wrong to hold opinion? Okay. 63, here naturally a question arises. 64, the Buddha's teaching on anatta. 64 paragraph. Today we count together. I should have asked you to count by yourself. Okay, now please read just the first sentences. You have to read 46 sentences. Just the first sentences. Please resist the temptation to read more. Just read the first sentence and then think. Ask yourself, okay, what the author is talking about. What's the issue being discussed here? Ask yourself that question. a yeji is a lone lady underline low talent, alone now. First sentence time. Pian sui nui chi me sui, idea a jam pian sui nui me. A yen bigger than a yaka, Pantarehane, Kuhane. A ku paragraph a yitagale poom yari. Tao se jo. Parmatayaka nesashit. To the other yaka se chow. The ne chow se ne. Chow se ne li. Time at the ne paragraph there do. A yen ne paragraph there shit bullshit. The ne paragraph they go. The chohari throw a causi de do need. Paragraph the kutuku subject like shaji. But my paragraph ka pa pioraro. Atta jam piora no. Atta go balu at the baby punjari. Atta go yonji de ludea. Balu yonji de. Atta Suraga, a permanent, everlasting, absolute entity to you. Buddhism stands unique in the history of human thought in denying the existence of such a Buddha Bhadaga, Attago, by denying Lotte. Dinyama denying Lotte, look at a Jim Pure Buddha Bhada unique pure. Anatta Jamyai Pure. Tatia. Two ideas are psychologically deep-rooted in man. Dihaga Patama Sapai, first paragraph, Tabira says that. The Atao Yonjida Ludima, psychology, Babsilo Yonjida. Self protection, self preservation. Self protection, attaching Chema. Koago, Lord Jojo sheep, see put protection. Tidawi now paima preservation. Mimi yashidareha, Mimi Yadutanandrari, Tamudi, Tari was happy to preserve it. Number later, the Buddha's teaching does not support this ignorance, weakness, fear, and desire, but aims at making man enlightened by removing and destroying them, striking at their very root. Psychology can achieve at the self-protection, self-preservation. Chao yin mu po ma, chi kan na re. Ai chao yin mu ko ama pe po Buddha ta na. Tika Acha Bada Yusa, Nika Buddha Bada Yusa, Tonga, the Chabada Yusa, Lega, Buddha Bada Yusa, Tido Lady, to a companion contrast look party. Tido Shimiaro, the Tamabra Tamayo Zato Tama Tuyare, Manota Baya Tisita. That's my whole paragraph number lame. The Buddha knew this quite well. The sentence got a yan to Rekajaro, Tidas a Badi Mamadi. The lava padders in Medi, Tiro Medina. Medina Nekajaro, now paragraph was separate. With these thoughts in his mind, the Buddha hesitated for a moment whether it would not be in vain if he tried to explain to the world the truth he had just realized. That's the Payapikani, the Ahomoho. That's when the Buddha knew this quite well. So the Adihane Sasat count Sasat 9 apple. Taga the view of Numana Vashiti. Go our first sentence by Patida. The Chaha, the Patna. The video first sentence by Pate Dwachamolo, D and Natama, D stage ma. Nale mo Trabashi. Tavi Mele, the video a chain at that time. A yingate Lepo widow Nale. First sentence lay a chowku. First sentence, which has Chawachago Pabiro, the video Nale Mutrayana. The Buddha knew this quite well, so that Pa knew that. Now the Jane Parakajaro, now some paragraph, now some sentence, last sentence of Painta. Do I do? People are them. Taja Oku, my panel, the panel. You got to resist the temptation to find out that answer. Number one, the doctrine of anatta or no-so is the natural result of the corollary to the analysis of the 5 aggregates and the teaching of the condition Genesis. Tinya maha anatta the bawa nale mu so biro pure. The bawa nale mu pelu the Bawa Nale Mubulu Yala, so Kanangaba ne, Prisa Tamupako, or Leila. That was sunset. Diane, she said, Pido, Prisa Tamupane. When the Kanangaba and Prisa Tamupai town, a dome shoe beetle, prison of a dome shoe beetle, another shame jammer. But Diane is happy to Prisa Kanangaba town. Purely me, now below, Prisa Tamupai Jam purely me. Next Sunday, we have seen earlier in the discussion of the Four Noble Truths, that what we have called a being or an individual is composed of the five aggregate matter. Kanangaba Jam purely. Now the Kujaro, number Kujaro, before we go into the question of another proper, is useful to have a brief idea of the condition genesis. Prisa Tamupai Jam. Tiniyama number Kongan is another Jansa Sashin. Tikane Chauti introduction period. The chapter the introduction. Atta a jam pure piade, now Boda Vata FC, a gently contrast look piade. Pajang Ludi Atta. A you she jare, a tower, Tishia Hamu, Pajuro down there, psychology. Number the paragraph number 2. Number Lejaro, it is psychological Bodha Vataka, address low body, the kind way body, a PhD body. Number 9, number 2, Dagaro. Yes, of here, Tiamo, the Japan Picasaro, Dwijo lady, pure Jatari. Eddie now by my set that Kananga Perisatamupa, Shimja Pito, Nadaja pure. The Garutinia, the Chosa is Yaga, Nampangan and number Tejamatem. Daga, the author's choice. Saisia, yes, style, 2 years style. Tiniku, Tilu, the information, the bigger Nayaka, Karen Armstrong, Peter Javier Drew, Mateo. Time at Nails Longa, Kanangava, Neprisatamupa, pure. Dinile pure. Time saying, Saisia, Toyago, Papiro Shimiaro, Panale also, Natago. Kanangava ne, Prisatamupa, a dome pibiro, through Shimjare, now the Kuka, Tisa Liba. Tisa Liba, Kanangava, Prisatamupa Tonku. Ero Shimyaro, Tito Yawo Chibiro, Catrota Yidare, Kaunes Winter, a dome you through some dome. Look at this way, go at a year. Tayem. Pamya look at Shimyaru to be routine Hara or Titama. A pattern shoot down a Jidam part is Shimyaru Yin. Now, Didama making ship a J. Shimpia bit, a dome should be the Shin Haram, another below kind to Emerson Shin Haram issue. Tali Shimyaro Ota, the Hakali Pijine, Yedes Winter, but 2 days not loaded Nibo. Or the bigger Tonya 20 Panta, the literature review on them. Another Nepatabido, the Tonya Kapai Yita. The time you do Yira, she did it. The widow, this whoever Maron she. Time at Namuna, pure piano, the Tonya. Number Goga Brizatamupa, number the Seleve, Brizatamupa. Number Sete, Kaleve Brizatamupa. This is how life exists, arises, exists, and continues. Number Seneca, it should be remembered that each of these factors is conditioned as well as conditioning ဒါလည်းပဲပရိစ္ဆာသမုပ္ပါပဲရှိသေးတယ် Number 7, the question of free will has occupied an important place in Western thought and philosophy. ဒီအားကြတော့ Western philosophy တွေကပြဿနာတစ်ခု free will ကိုယ့်အကိုဆုံးဖြတ်နိုင်လားကိုယ့်အကိုလွတ်လပ်ဆုံးဖြတ်နိုင်လားတကယ်လို့ဘုရားသခင်ကဆုံးဖြတ်ဘုရားသခင်ကဖန်တီးထားတယ်ဘုရားသခင်ကအုပ်စိုးတယ်ဘုရားသခင်အလိုတိုင်းအဆဆအရာလိုက်ရတယ်ဆိုရင်ဒါ free မရှိဘူးဗျာ free will မရှိဘူးဒါ free will ရှိလားမရှိဘူးလားဆိုတာဒီဆရာတော်အခါမှာပန္တိတ Professor Rahula ကသူတရားလေးရေးထားတယ်ရှင်ဘုရားတို့သူရေးတာကိုသဘောတူနိုင်တယ်သဘောမတူဘဲနဲ့ကိုယ့်ရဲ့အမြင်တင်ပြနိုင်တယ်တပည့်တော်သီလင်္ကာမှာမာစတာလုပ်တော့ကတပည့်တော်ရဲ့ဆရာတစ်ပါးကဒါကိုသဘောမတူအဲ့ဒါတော့ထားတော့တပည့်တော်ကိုတခြားဘေးသိက်ရောက်သွားမှာဆိုလို့ဒါလေးပဲဆက်ပြီးတော့စစ်စစ်အောင် The question of free will has occupied an important place in Western thought and philosophy. Free will နဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့ Western philosophy ဟာကိုတပည့်တော်တို့အနတ္တရှုထောင့်ပရိစ္ဆာသုံးပါးရှုထောင့်တရားနေပြီးတော့သူဝေဖန်ထားတယ်ပေါ့ Free speech, freedom of thought. So, now the Western philosophy, freedom of thought, free speech. Ada dia tu Korean အတွေးခေါ်နေမပတ်သက်တော့ဒီနောက်ပိုင်း secularized ဖြစ်သွားတဲ့ Western philosophy. The Jayma also got Professor Deo, and the freedom of thought a jam. Tembiare Professor Deo to Viro Laviro interview load. Boda Vada free and the baron right speech. She through Manjaro free speech. The Western democracy free speech how by promote load. Boda Vada right speech lay promote load as a right speech. Do ye concept kaparo to be rolled made. Townsend Suji, make on the good, main going to good emma. Right speech, sort of parload. At right speech, go to Western dictionary tema, below my shama doing him. Western philosophy tema, shama doing him. And at Viola made it making ship shoot down a bit. Pure piano. Making ship, this I live and shoot down. Free speech go. Number according to the doctrine of conditioned genesis, number 6, the order is a choice. Or taking that 2 years, Sanda, Matajan was in 2 years, Sanda. The year by to attack. The bigger as order Nyaka Mateo. Now, number 7, in order to avoid a confusion, it should be mentioned here that there are 2 kinds of truth, conventional truth and the ultimate truth. Dinyama here so be ted halili, Dali Shimyaro to be observed. Here go to a leg on my ted, the church are a ship my ted. Here lo tayin, Talebe. Bega a down at who you beat up to my last shame yard. But hello, here I'm a tavern here in she so much here in order to avoid a confusion, it should be mentioned that there are 2 kinds of truth. Here we share so much Here touching up in Payaro. Teviro Saye Lune, Sapata Lua. She's in now saying Mount near a carnet. Saye Siaga, she a Mount Oreca. Sapata Lua now in Mount Oreca. She a Mount Oreca. She a gaga. Nibon Tide. Penia Thomas or Tide. Sudden up she. Tom she. Now at the outcome she. She at the out. Koya light one. Light one, now can do ye attention ko yajin to a signal group ya, a chat group ya. Elu a chat you the hears or there. Diniama, so we don't do a who jabs at command the beat. Now, this are the mood in a permit. Paragraph to cool in a paragraph did that. Metabu in it, all thy choice in it. I look Metaban in Ilian. Taginess in a terrier. The negation of an imperishable Atman is the common characteristics of all dogmatic systems of the lesser as well as the great vehicle. And there is therefore no reason to assume that Buddhist tradition, which is in complete agreement on this point, has deviated from the Buddhist original teaching. To watch out of a sheet, paragraph to cool. To watch out in a year. Did net though league nga Johnson. Anyhow, would do that. Tajampion, paragraph D and champion to Barcelona, the other guy. The how to emphasize logic. I don't did that. Number second, it's therefore curious that recently there should have been a vain attempt by a few scholars to smuggle the idea of self into the teaching of the Buddha, quite contrary to the spirit of Buddhism. And now time, then you have to view the problems of interpretation. Buddha Diaro Papido, a debe usai Nyama, Luemare. Atai at the nona dota Atago Kukuepo Sura be Surehamu. Sure. I do Eddie Piatanario, the Seroga Piscine, number second, Tabe, number Seshika Leve, Tabe. Number 6, regions which believe in God and so made no secret of these two ideas. People become nervous at the idea that through the Buddhist teaching of anatta, the self they imagine they have is going to be destroyed. Shiga. The video paragraph number 2 net to Chow Yun Lu Tilupsedes, one net to repetition is Shida, the video of Piopia. Was the Yeda and Kalmar, this are Yeda, the video, the drilling amateur, Saturday, no video, Pamoga jokes, Sarah. Time 11 was this arrow ye that I have with the chapel and unit, ye messin ye name is reality. People become nervous at the idea that through the Buddha's teaching of anatta, the self they imagine, Quatalauti Josayuma, Nasura Mashiro Wusueta, Patuns was so easy, Silade. The Ejound, the other got Sapiro, Totandani, Yupjad. With a good done. That's all, yeah. Nasane, Nasaticale, Sassanide, Satin and Nasanicale, Sassanide, quotation in Totane. Nasan and Nasato, Calave, Sassanide. Not have Totantic elsewhere, the Buddha says. Nasato elsewhere, the Buddha says, "Oh Bhikkhu, this idea that I may not be, I may not have is frightening to the uninstructed worldling. Nasali and Arana Sapiro Pyon, the problem interpretation. Atta Yongji Chin, Buddha Atta Yongji, Peter Buddha Tiaro, Eddie, a tree cornet, a day bay use had a hardy. The video Yamanakama, a 2 winnies yard, changing poe, Peter, low at it. The children teach him a deal, man. Thai lo patate, Yamasaro Riaro, teaching team, Thai lo patabu so no, Englelo, Yidara, they miss you, she the Lord she. Tananga Mashi the Damakaya town. Damakayaka, Nepango, Atalo, Atalo, you said. Did I see them with the whole manly ma or some can jolly? The gari lay Amnama. But Saroria did not time at Dore Cajaro, Ginusiavo, Ginule Ginu. Tinira Lady Kuaro. Damakaya, so is the Galongatua. The Mana kind kono, mana kind user. Ne mana kaya, Tamora kaya, Tamakaya kaya to mushi. Kaya to mu. Ne mana kaya, Panditara. Buddha tukutu Pandita. Ro Myasopia, Prinipan San Dwalepe. Dhamakaya, the Eddie Nasapia, or then the wins and nape, pre nape, Eddie Napanga, Atta Taura Dishi, Dhamakaya, so you saw Mahanatama Pali. Dhamakaya Sure Sakalo, the Viro Rotira Waratema, Damato. Doness and Eddie debate. This position is untenable for two reasons. Atta could be very cheaper. Atta he at a no nato, Atta deeper, Atta terrena. Aima par Attago. The Nasapiaga Atta Lacanesubido. You said it. Pinashi, and Yaram Hobo, Nanelli. The Rogo could be cheaper, and the Sangan is up. Nasangan is a child. Nasai shit, Nasaiku, the Unse. Adi Nasat Nasan and Nasato Nasalero Tilo at the Atta Anata Nepatabido. A use at Luemare Ludibon, Poda Bada, Malashi, Yahando Romashi. Nasat Nasan and Nasato Nasali, Arari, Jamjopiano. Nasangajaro, Jan Chipare, Chipache. This position untenable for two reasons. A chimakan. Nambate Pajano, Nasachauka, the second reason. Nambategaro, the Sangaga, these are the Kanangaba, Sanseti Maswe, Tekusi, Sanseti, Tekusi, analyze logic. Timere Aya Mishibu. To Atas into a Timia Timia Mishu. Nambanekaro, Nazavia Korai, Tabitingara, Neza Toka, Tabitama, and Nata Subido Horror. Anyhow, was Sabra Shimjare. Adi Tabitingara and Tabitama, Shimja. Number two, here it should be carefully observed. Daga attention, special attention, looking here is a side. Permanent check at Tinkara, now some to check at Dhamma. Perhaps you look alone. Don't know. Now, don't say take a Tinkara Jow. Shimjare, don't send Nika, Dhamma, a Jam Shimjare. Don't say Tonga, Jamido, a Jincho Jare, summarize of Jare, attack up your career. Tinyama, individual. No? This means, according to the Theravada teaching, there is no self either in the individual, Bukkala, or in the Dhamma. A yenede don't apologate no metaphysical soul and lutom beauty. No? Metaphysical soul. The two are or cosmic soul and individual soul. Don't say le alaka tu pama sutta. In the Alaka Sutta, addressing his disciple, the Buddha said, O Bhikkhu, accept a soul theory, attavada, in the acceptance of which there would not arise grief, lamentation, suffering, distress, and tribulation. Atta lakhane so yin toka pridivade pyauk twa ma la de Myatwa Bhuya da alaka puma tauk ko yu pi do swai nui de. If there had been any soul theory which the Buddha had accepted, he would certainly have explained it here, because he asked the bhikkhus to accept that soul theory which did not produce suffering. Alagadupuma Tautama Myatwa Bhuya ka Yahande ko pyo pya khain ne le. Dukkha ko phye shin pe nain de attavada shi thela. Continuing the discourse, the Buddha said in the same sutta, O Bhikkhu, when neither self nor anything pertinent to self, can truly and really be found. This speculative view, the universe is that Atman. I shall be that after death, permanent, abiding, everlasting, unchanging, and I shall exist as such for eternity. Is it not wholly and completely foolish? Here the Buddha explicitly states that an Atman or soul or self is nowhere to be found in reality, and is foolish to believe that there is such a thing. The denying lo de so de ha wa ba rahula what the Buddha talk about a changing pyan pyo pya. Number 1 ma atta a jaung pya number 2 ma khara reject လုပ်လိုက်တယ်။နောက်ပြီးတော့ဒီအဲ့ကြားထဲမှာအတ္တအကြောင်းပြောလိုက်တဲ့ခါ reject လုပ်တယ်။ဒါကတော့သူ့ရဲ့ style ပေါ့ဗျာ။သူ့ရဲ့ဒီစာရေးဆရာရဲ့ style ပေါ့။ 38 Those who seek a self in the Buddhist teaching quote a few examples which they first translate wrongly and then misinterpret. The problems of interpretation. First of all, this translation is incorrect. Next, the word nato does not mean Lord level translation. Problems of translation. Let's set another example of the attempt to introduce the idea of self into the Buddhist teaching is the well-known word attadipa, viharata atta sarana, ananya sarana. Da Mahabrinipana Tautema Shimyaro doing in him. Talepe, Tepe Yusa Mata Ted. Listen, we can understand the full meaning of and the significance of the advice of the Buddha to Ananda unless we take into consideration the background and the context in which these words were spoken. Adatiba Adatarana, Debe Yusa Mane, background Tima. Background Matiuse Mane, Dalip Chori. The Buddha was at the time staying at a village called Belua. The background Jampi. Oh, academic writing in the Nesoyan, number Lisatonga listen in it. The Saturday. I don't listen, don't do that. But having a listen don't listen in a palmas and Paulo Yam, a man of pounding. Pavilos or council at the Kude, issue at Kude. Listen, Nico, English statement look. Statement look. Listen, don't have fact. Dharma justification. A fact net justification go. Queza malu. Oh, set. Sentence set down. Then the Buddha, full of compassion and human feeling, gently spoke to his devoted and beloved attendant. That's Ananda. Set pure. Set pure. What the Buddha wanted to convey to Ananda is quite clear. Arabjambido, summarize look. Saisya tu mi pian summarize load. Pian don't that say this Saisya don't that chat listen haga. Listen further, the Buddha explained to Ananda how one could be one's own island or refuge, how one could make the Dhamma one's own island or refuge through the cultivation of mindfulness or awareness of the body, sensation, mind, and mind project. The four Satipatthana. The Tiphan Libwa, Pamya Jami Kuaku. Aku Nai, Miko Nai, de Suri Town. Another reference of quote is used by those who try to find Atman in the Buddhist teaching. There are level problems of interpretation. Pure. Sweetly. Here again, is a simple and natural question, and there is no justification for introducing far-fetched ideas of a metaphysical Atman. A metaphysical Dhamma. Or serve into the business. Much has been written on the subject of the Buddha's silence. Made a luka, made a my unit concept, made a gajaro, make one maniro. I make him to appear so I make him go like Kaya. I make him my manus. After the Brihpajakas had left, Ananda asked the Buddha why he did not answer Vachakuda's question. Prabhu Visakuta Epsi, Yasapaya, Mapira, Shananda, Shapta. Adari, Yasapaya, Ananda, dialogue, Pido, Masate. It should now be quite clear why the Buddha was silent. Pajak Mapsido. As at net, the Buddha was not a computing machine giving answer to whatever question were put to him by anyone at all. He was Megunaigo, Shapsi Nipo, Mahobu. Oh, Mapside Megun, Abjagra Megun. The Eddie Jango, Karen Armstrong, Brahmani material pattern to Pure the La. Now, Peter Harvey, Mania Pure the La. Mania Nanelli mentioned loaded, Talauti Jem Ho, the Nepo Pure. Dagaro, another Shimyan and Yama, by misperception go, Peshabo Yeji, by a down yard people look at his return, Saisia, judgment. The Abo. I said, though, Talebe Abjagda Repjan, Yatabi. Make home people. I said, there may be several ways of putting aside question. Make home repeated, Chini. We must not forget too that the Buddha had known Vachakuta quite well for a long time. Yasopiane Visakuta, Tila Ajai, Tara social contact of Yanchi. Some people take self to mean what is generally known as mind or consciousness. The Ajarota, Peter Havile Pure. The English grammar. Self look pure in the below debe yaro, soul, ego look pure below debe yaro, mania to your sweet naked. Or Freudian, Sigmund Freud, a mean, ego look pure, yeah, below debe yaro, Peter Harvey, Shimpiara. Second is the vague feeling I am that creates the idea of self, which has no corresponding reality. And to see this truth is to realize nirvana, which is not very easy. Taga Peter Harvey mo Karen Armstrong empirical self stone. I had better be the Pabjatana Shine. I my Shimjatare. Empirical self perhaps when okay. Behazwe, or Mare, Simbiara, Dimaleta, Simbiara. The video Anata Sura, Ramashibu, Yajamishu, Mema Meshu, Elu, Jinjim Metal Debe, Punjala Kajaro, Mashimu, Shinekajama, Posho, loops in it. Papsilon Sorotilu, or shoot down, bounce on a video. Jatanago, swing with him, you Monsieur. Tada, the don't yet palatiam, the video below Moleno, Shimyamia, Atana Patabdom, Yasopiaka, Babjatanago, Pishimu Juzaniro. Adi Jatana, not to be Nale and Chusa. Nale and Chusa and Yama, Karen Armstrong. The packet to your background to choose that. Peter Havela to background, the Wabra Rahula, the drilling as arrow to let to background to approach look. The Dhamma to Rehari 3 day, now do another 2 Jarahali 3 day. Nasana shit. These bhikkhus ask Khemaka whether he sees in the 5 aggregates and himself or anything pertaining to himself. Kanangabaram Atta Ataniya Tuitala. The Yahandori, Tamata Kisa, Lode, Atta Anatana Patapido. Now Nazaku, Erale to do bay, Chause, Erale to do bay. Chause did to Era, oh, Kimaka Yahana, the Tayanori, Suni there. Swinui net below your hand up Chetware. Taka empirical self to be wrote. Now, Chalson is according to the Buddha's teaching is as wrong to hold the opinion I have no self as to hold the opinion I have self. Because both are fetters. Both arising out of the false ideas, I am. Self Mashivulo, the video of Shimjara Niyama, Bizo Mashivu so in a bay. Osera data wind that day. She did of John a data wind that day. Tali, 3 Peter. Charles said, don't hear nature, a question arises. Did I take a look at that Mashivu so the Boko Motadra Mashivu so ye? Macauna loy Macauna, but do a second a Jew, is it Sojo can or Carnival can. The Macandia a Janguro, the Sarah, Namjana told a mode, Najan told Janga Yira. Hodema Jaro, Peter Harvey introduction to Buddhism Jaratua, can Kamana rebirth go to. Chapter 2 in it. Yidare. Daro was standing quavo. Standing quavo. Tells the leader the Buddha's teaching on anatta, no soul or no self, should not be considered as negative or annihilistic. Annihilistic, Osida, Piatware, so they have you ne. Oh. Now let look me yabu. Okay, first sentence ne, last sentence pa pale. A layer sentence de ma pan. Paragraph time ma first sentence ne, last sentence. Arabe pa. Papi in dui, papi in dui.